And welcome to the Bossman Show with John Beckler here on the Bossman Radio Network. We have a great show for you today. But we have one of our favorite guests on the line with us, top of the show, the coach of the East Carolina Pirates. Coach, you heard on the show twice last year. Great interviews with him. His team is a great team. We love to watch, cover the bowl game. We're joined by Coach Ruff himself, Coach Ruff from McNeil on the Bossman Show. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Bossman, JR, thanks for having me on again, brother. I appreciate you. And last year, our sessions and then the bowl game sessions, seeing you down there. I thank for all you do down there for the Atlanta area, and thanks for letting me put East Carolina and the great folks of Greenville and the great Pirates alum on your channel, on your station.
And, Coach, I'll tell you what, it was great to see you guys in Birmingham. I tell you what, I enjoyed standing down in the sidelines, watching you all, watching how your players interacted, how you guys fought. And fought. And truth be told, Coach, you know, I've been on the side. I said, turnover here and there. You guys were the one that gave us Florida. But the good thing about it, Coach, is you play Florida this year. You can get retribution. I know it can't be the bowl game win, but you have to play those guys one more time and prove once again the Pirates can beat the SEC and beat the Gators, Coach.
Well, I tell you, it was a great game, and they got a great team and great talent at Florida, great tradition, and Mac's going to do a great job down there. That's a place that's got, so many wins and Heisman trophies and national championships. But the playing of the bowl game, I was proud of our effort. You never get, more victories, but that was a team that our team last year, JR, was a team of, like we talk about family and team first, last, and always a group of guys that sacrifice themselves for the team, which is what it's about. No egos allowed here. You know that we're not talking about it. And it's not about personal things. It's about us and team, and that team really set the mold for our program. It was our fifth year here at East Carolina. We built it brick by brick. JR, we didn't skip steps, and I'll talk about that again before the audience and we got, first of all, great kids. We want to make sure those kids get in here and get good kids that fit East Carolina and the environment. Being a Pirate, it's great to make that. Then, of course, get kids who are interested in graduating. JR, 11 of those guys that graduated before that bowl game, and 8 this year so far. And then have some kids that love to compete and challenge. And that came in, it's about that, and I felt so bad for them, but at the same time, they had nothing to hang their head about. Thank you for it, JR.
Welcome, Coach. Very, very welcome.
And Coach, just to spin off of your response here, and when the team loses, it's tough. And, there is something to be said, though, about how that's handled. And you touched on it there. You have to be able to lose with aplomb and lose and take something away from it. There's always something to be learned, always something to take away from a loss, just like there is a win. And I'm curious to know, is this something that you try to instill into your players? Obviously you don't want to, talk about losing too much, but you do have to breach it, I would think. Is it not a topic you have to discuss?
Yeah, you do. We do it in a couple of manners. And before that, failure is only failure if you accept and don't learn from it. So I learned a long time ago, 36 years doing this. Accept it is one thing we don't do, but learning from it we do. We talk about making sure we do the best we can each play. It goes back to the beginning, really when we begin the program, but each year, each team hears it. It's about day-to-day process. And within that day, making sure we have champ reps and champ days. No human nature reps are welcome. And the kids understand that one of our best games our last game. And you always say it, but because we make that a part of our mantra and one of our main things, and we know we believe in it, to make sure we do our very, very best. It sounds simple, but we got kids that they could not give another inch of effort. That's one thing that we talk about philosophy-wise, is nobody's going to play harder than we are. And we talk about physicality and those things, but looking at the team-wise, those kids understood they did best. Oh, it was tough, but you got to learn how to address it. You got to make sure you give them other ideas. One thing that as a coach, and I know you guys in business, is you cannot have just one single goal. You got to have numerous goals that lead up to that. So if you come up short in the game, there's some other accomplishments that you had and that you achieved. And we had a chance to do that. You always learn that when looking to help the next team or your next experience, when you get in that situation in the game, like versus Florida and such a close games or tight games. And we, as a coach and being in this a long time, I learned a lot from that last season, doing conference and the bowl game.
Well, Coach, I'm going to tell you this personally. And watching your team on the sidelines in Birmingham and watching you all interact with your guys in a tough game, it made me a better person, coach, because it showed me even under the pressure of a big bowl game, you remained who you were, and so did your staff. Your guys were not going off cussing all crazy. The coach wasn't cussing the players out. You all remained calm, even though negative things happened. You all stayed positive, kept a positive vibe. And John would tell you this: since that game, I've came back a changed person. That I don't let things get me down. I'll stay even keeling
Right.
positive. So I want to thank you and your staff for teaching me that, coach. You probably know it, but I'm telling you that you guys helped me in my career that day watching you guys put it down on that sideline in Birmingham.
Well, I tell you, when I talked to you about as a leader, and my mentor, Don Duncan, really instilled this in me and my dad. It's called a command influence. If you're the leader of the group, on your business, the troops will go as you go. If you're a hard worker, the troops will be a hard worker. If you show respect, they'll show respect. If you always you think selfless and then unselfish and forget about yourself, and they see you do that, because he's well done is better than well said. Don't talk about it, but do it. And that's what we try to instill. And it starts with I got to show it first, and then the coaches, and then each year there's a group of leaders that you base it around. And it's a core group. Each year, JR, and you guys, it's grown each year. First year was a handful. Maybe next year was a hand and a half. Third year was 2 hands. Next year it became bigger. And his last year it was even bigger. And that's made up of freshman leaders, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. And every one of those guys that are chosen leaders, not everyone is chosen, but it's maybe 16 to 18, 22 guys. They all understand the command influence. And we teach it to them and talk to them about it, how to conduct themselves and bigger and in tough times. So triumph and disasters, making sure you keep people even kill mind, and show strength. And that doesn't mean you're not hurting, and you don't care. It just means it's class. We call it PIP, Pirates in Public. Represent Eastern University and the alumni and Pirate Nation with the first class attitude and how we carry ourselves. Make people look at us and say, okay, that's what hard work gets you. Okay, that's what being a team first gets you. Oh, okay, that's what no egos gets you. That's the kind of thing. That's what playing as one. Because we want players who make a team great more than a great player. If you've got a great player, he's about to make a team great, he's welcome here. But we look for players who want to make a team great, off the field, classroom, and on the field. So I appreciate you noticing that, JR. I didn't even think about it because we sort of expect it from them, but you've seen, and y'all seen a lot of games, a lot of teams react, and I'm proud of the way we see it.
And Coach, I have not really often thought about it until this conversation was brought up. And, if you think about it, the guys that have success on the highest levels, both collegiately and professionally, they're the guys that are on the sideline in control, and they don't react to the negative stuff in a negative way. You see some of the coaches out there that, and not to be disparaging, I'm not going to use anyone's name, but they run around with their hair on fire, and, it just doesn't seem to work because that transcends into your players, and your players get that panic sense, and then the next thing you know, it steamrolls in a negative way. So I've really always been a fan of the way, that coaches like yourself operate on the sideline. And if you could maybe just expand on, how you get into that mode on game day. Is it a mindset that you continually have throughout your life, or is that a game day thing?
It's been molded through 30 years. A great question, you guys, both of you. But during the week, we talk before the season. We practice, and then at night we have a teaching session. It could be situation in the game. It could be the philosophy we want, the process we want, all those things. But we talk about having a vision, and that's the long-term vision. We want to win all our games, of course. We want to check the shit. Those are long-term visions. Then we back it up to immediate, sort of mid goals, and to make sure we meet these type items, the conference, those things, and then we bring it back to the day. It's a day-to-day basis thought process, and we don't worry about the season because it's so tough. The only thing it's about controllables and uncontrollables, and we can control it today. We can't control yesterday, it's history. We can't control tomorrow, it's a mystery. But we can. All of us control today. So our thought process begins the week like that bowl game or any game. It's on Saturday, let's say. That Sunday night, we begin that thought process. Let's have a great Sunday night practice. Monday is off for us, so let's have a great day in classroom. You guys come by and we sit down and watch film. And then Tuesday begins the first work day, so the heavy work day. So we begin, let's have a great Tuesday. And not just a great Tuesday. The game is Saturday. We worry about later on. Well, let's have a great Tuesday. Not just a great Tuesday, but let's have a rep, every rep today in practice. And if you have a great rep, good, play next play. So try to have as many positive champ rep plays as you can in a row and expand that. And then in the day, if everybody does, we'll have a great day. Then Wednesday, forget that. And each day, I'm like that. So by the game time, the yelling at game time is really, it falls on ears. I think it's better to teach at game time. Doesn't mean I don't get fired up or anything. We have to express some things, but I view the game as being more of a teaching kind of teach because it's action-packed on the sideline. You don't have much time. You don't have much. And the kids that you have, they want to win. They're trying to do the best, you know. So the coach, I got great staff to teach them at that point in time and talk to them, not at them, because at that point in time, you got the kind of kids you want. We've got that here. They want you to teach them. They want you to teach them. If they have a coach attitude, and that's been built and big up with, and that helps me because, again, the command influence. But I don't think about it. And now on Saturday, and then we have a routine. Friday, we'll get to the place. We're big video guys, and we break it down. Saturday's not important yet. We know it's coming. Then that Saturday routine. So by that time, we've got all our work in and thought process in. And now it's time to go lace them up and play.
I hear that, Coach. And folks, we are joined by the East Carolina Pirates head football coach from me on the Bossman Show, Coach Ruff. I think me and John are one of Coach's sons now. It's Coach College players' his son. I think we are one of Coach's sons too. Both of us are. So
well, come on. I think you and John right now. Send them to me. 7-5. I'll take care of them. I will. I'll be daddy to them. I'm daddy when they come up here. The coach is like an uncle. Miss Erlena's their mama. She'll be their mom. And that's how we do it. And that's the biggest thing I like about coaching is the environment. And JR, and the environment that I feel most comfortable is a family type environment. Does that mean no discipline? No, just the opposite. It means more discipline. But it's kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And once they find out how much you care, then they'll care how much you know. And that's for anything in any business or profession. So I love our kids here. I absolutely adore them. I'm obsessed with them being great men, guys. I'm obsessed with that first. And I'm obsessed with them getting a degree and having that power of having a degree in their hand. And thirdly, let's have the best athletic experience that possibly can in their lives because they're going to make friends that will last 30 and 40 years into their life. Oh, yeah, let's win a bunch of ball games.
Yes, indeed. And Coach, let's take it to the field for you, Coach. Throughout spring practice and the offseason workouts, what guys have stepped up in the place of your quarterback, Shane Carden, and guys like Justin Hardy who moved on to the NFL? Who are some guys that you want to let us know that have showed you, like, I'm ready to step up and be what these guys were to the Pirates program going forward?
Yeah. And Shane and Justin, those guys, they set the mold and blueprint what we have here as far as leading them in front. They can lead them in front and being a command influence within the team. And those guys set. But I went that road after we could, and the first guy looking at the ring, they got there, and I heard it. They were support with them because they think they want other guys to it. You learn by that. You don't participate as well. So a lot of kids got support. We get one lost a lot of interest, and we got some guys, Cody Key, Kirk Bankert, Blake Kemp, John Jacobs guys in camp right now. Those guys are really good players, and they fit our system, understand it. Kirk and Cody have been in the long with this. Blake joined us last year. Offensive line, where our strength lies are we up front. We have a Sidney Ladden on line. Ike Harris, J.T. Boyd. Those guys do a great job for us, and looking for that group to be a strong source for us up there. Excuse me again. Our receiving core, because of the development and great development we have in our offseason, guys I feel you'll hear about Bryce Williams, the John Mackey candidate. Isaiah Jones also is one of the top candidates and one of our leaders, and Trayvon Brown, Davon Grayson, Jimmy Williams. Those guys are ready to go and sitting on ready, waiting on go. Chris Harrison at running back. Defensive, we're led by Zeke Baker, inside linebacker. Outside is Monteith Overton. Those two guys are up for, again, national awards as well. Up front, we're looking for Jonathan White, Demetri McGill, Fred Presley. Those guys up front to set the tone for us there. And on the back end, Terrell Richardson's been there. Trayvon Simmons, those guys have been standing out for us in the spring. So we got some guys ready to go. Worth ready to be our partner. He'll be one of the best around, I think. But they're still improving. We divide the year into phases. Phase 1 is winter edition. Phase 2 is spring ball, John and JR. Phase 3 is summer. Right now, phase 4 begins August 5th when they report, and then the next phase is season on September 5th.
All right, and Coach, just to get a little bit of insight from you on the conference itself, for those who may not be familiar with the ACC, outside of your team, what are some of the other teams in the conference that the fans should keep an eye out for as the season approaches?
Well, from top to bottom, this is one of the most competitive conferences I've coached in and been a part of. Of course, Central Florida is always going to be one with Coach Leary. I know he's down there. Tommy Tuberville, Cincinnati. Those guys done a great job. Justin over at Memphis has done a great job. We can go down, Bobby Diaco, Connecticut. We got some new guys, 3 guys that joined us at Houston, SMU, and Tulsa that I've known them for a long time. Great coaches. CJ down at Tulane, just really good a whole host of all. Matt Rule at Temple. Those guys are really good football coaches, have staffs, and each week you better have your A-game on from a management standpoint as a coach, and your players better have the big boy pads on from the playing part of view, because it's going to be a week-to-week game. You're going to face a really well-coached team and a very talented football team.
And, Coach, we mentioned Shane and Justin earlier. Justin's playing right here in my backyard with the Falcons here, and Shane's battling for a spot with the Bears. How do you see them doing on the next level with their respective teams? And do you feel like those guys have long careers in the NFL based on seeing them every day for the last few years of their career at East Carolina?
No doubt. I know Justin. I know Matt. Matty likes him. Matt Ryan likes him down in Atlanta. And I know he fits right there. I know Julio and Wright took care of him once he got down there. But Justin's a team guy. He'll work every day like he's going to lose his job. And he did that here for 5 years. One Shane is a leader and a football player, checks all the boxes, both of them. Graduated early, those guys, and never had one problem, never late to a class, anything. They'll work. And the moment Shane gets in the game, remember this, I told you this, if you ever take him out, he's that type of guy. Krishawn Rose, that Minnesota Vikings defensive lineman. Terry Williams also, I know, is from the Chicago Bears. He's an Atlanta native, too. He's right there around there. And Cam Worthy is at the Ravens receiver that we have, too. You saw him in the bowl game. They are, but those guys are still in camps, and I think all those guys can make any roster better. The last 4 to 5 years, just for a fact, facts, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's Jay-Z.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so like the last 4 to 5 Super Bowl champions had an East Carolina Power team. I'm just saying.
Pirate power, the pirate karma is what we see here in the NFL.
Yeah, but I look forward to those guys. Those guys are big guys that will come back and visit the program and contribute to our university monetarily as well as with their presence, and they'll represent East Carolina in a fine fashion. I have no doubt.
And Coach, one of the things I wanted to circle back to a little bit was your philosophy, and it kind of dovetails off what we're talking about with professional sports. When I played sports, specifically, I played golf at a very high level competitively. I used what I call the power of positive visualization, and that meaning by I had to visualize in a positive way what I was going to do for the day on each and every shot, through the course of the round, what I was going to do in the face of adversity. Is that something that you have come across? Is that something that you utilize and try to instill in your players, is to visualize what you're going to do on a certain play, on a certain game, and have that positive confidence in your body?
You remember what we talked about? We have one thing within the theme is playing the next play. You play each play, and it begins in practice. You remember we talking about having champ reps, every rep in practice is like a game to me, and to them now. They believe that. And just like in golf, each shot is different. So each play is different and new. You hit a great shot in golf, you got to hit another one. Guys, you're still about a 5-iron out, and then you got to get up. And then the same thing with us. We talk about making sure we do our best each play, and play the history of that play the best you can, and then put it behind you, and then go to the next play. We talk about that and seeing yourself doing a great job on your technique, fundamentally, footwork, assignment, responsibility, discipline, those things. And then when it gets close to the game, even before, we say, see yourself doing the best you can and making plays. Remember, make plays. Every play, there's big plays in the game and long plays. The team that has the highest power plays made you got a good chance to win a football game.
And that's it. You got it from the coach himself, Coach Ruff on the Bossman Show. Coach Ruff, for having me and John, we got to tell you, we truly enjoyed this visit as always. We really enjoyed this visit with you, Coach, because you really just gave us insight like no other. And we're so happy to kick off our college football coverage with you. We wanted to be you, and we're glad we did it with you, Coach. And we will be doing it again more this season, keeping an eye on the Pirates and getting the people of Atlanta to become Pirate Nation as well as Bulldog Nation, but Pirate Nation here in the AT. Hopefully, me and John
There you
can
go.
make that happen for you and the East Carolina Pirates.
Hey, I tell you, for you and John, I don't know if you had, but this is my first interview on the water. I'm being driven by Mark Henley, my teacher, mentor. Sensei. I'm learning how to operate a 35-foot Chris craft out here on the Pamlico River. Makata's Marina. You guys are traveling down shopping Makata's Market. It's great. His staff's been so great to me. So, Jerry and John, I'm talking to y'all on the water, bro.
Hey, listen, the closest I've ever done an interview on the water, I did one with JR from the bathtub one time. That's the closest I got, Coach.
Well, this is a big bathtub here. It's big. But I appreciate you guys bringing us to Atlanta, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the season like always.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Hey, Coach, be safe on that water and send us some pictures of you on the water. We'd love to post them on the website.
I'll do it. I'll send you something.
All right, Coach. Thank you as always.
All right. Take care now. Have a good one, brother. Love y'all.
Thank you, Coach. Love you too now. And that was the coach of the East Carolina Pirates, Ruffin McNeil, the Bossman Show. Follow him on Twitter, Coach Ruffin McNeil. Follow the East Carolina Pirates people, Pirate Nation, Bossman Show. We love the Pirates. They love us. Support them. We'll be back. Welcome back to the John the Bossman Show with John. Now, we've been teasing it. For the first time on the Bossman Show with John Beckler and JR, we're going to actually read your emails on the air from holla at bossmanradio.com. We've hinted in the past a bit of how weird and crazy they are and how they're indecipherable. But now we're going to read some for you. John, are you ready for this?
I don't know, man. This is uncharted territory. I'm ready. I just don't know if the rest of the world's ready, man, because we got some messed up people listening to this show. Let me tell you.
Exactly. First email of the day, John, is this: Zone. Who is Zone? Why was Air off last week? And you spoke with the restroom and Trappist Zillum. Al, you took over Zone with a question mark. Enlighten me and buy me some barbecue and chips. Cooper at the Y security booth.
Yeah, okay, so I think Zone is me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Zone, and Cooper is saying, why was JR off last week? And you spoke with, I don't know who restroom is. Who do we have on last week? Denny?
Denny and Coach Williams.
So Denny is restroom, and then Coach Williams is Trappist Zillum. So we figured out who the players are here, okay? And then it says, have you taken over? Have you taken over, Zone? And that's me. So have I taken over? No. Cooper, I have not taken over. It was a 1 week thing. JR blew his pipes out. So we had on Denny and the coach, as we usually do. And he would like us to enlighten him and buy him some barbecue chips. Okay. I'll hook you up with some barbecue chips, Coop. That's no problem. Now, I just want to clarify something, JR. My man is working security, okay? So just throwing that out there. Cooper is protecting your investment, the Y, whatever Cooper is protecting. He's looking for some barbecue chips. I'll hook you up, Coop. Get at me at holla at bossmanradioshow.com. I'll hook you up with some barbecue chips, man. No problem.
The next email, J.P. Wepler. How did Ray R., not JR, but Ray R., blow his pipes? Quote, Clorox or explosives, Kevin at the car wash.
Kevin. First of all, I just want to point something out. Okay, the Clorox and explosives are for another set of pipes. Okay, not for your vocal cords. So that's first thing. Jr. Listen, this is my understanding of the scenario, Kevin. Okay, I got a phone call last week. Monday. Jr. gave me a phone call. The Tennessee State Tigers played on Sunday night. They played their opener on Sunday night last week. So JR went to the game, covered the game as always, and it was a great win for TSU. They scored 21 points in the fourth quarter to take that game down, won their first game, went 2-0 this past weekend. And JR just got a little rowdy, man. He got rowdy celebrating. He went to bed, woke up Monday morning, and his pipes were toasted, man. He called me up, and I'm going to tell you what he sounded like. He was like, Yo, John, it's JR. I was like, who is this? It's JR, man. It's JR. I'm like, who? JR. It's Bossman. I'm like, okay, cool. So his voice was so messed up, I couldn't even understand who it was. And then he basically said, man, we got to do the show. You got to hold it down this week, JP Wepler. You got to hold it down. That's what he told me. That's what he told me, Kevin. So, Kevin, just keep on sudsing up those vehicles. Ray R will be back. He's in his regular spot. He ain't going nowhere. I ain't taking over or nothing.
Exactly. And another email for you. Johnson Bumoon. I don't know what this word is. Hioe. I guess that's Hio. Do you catch an ostrich? Oh, how do you catch an ostrich? But it's spelled horribly. Leonard in North Carolina.
Yeah, I got this one, JR. Okay, so Johnson Bumoon is me, right?
Yeah.
This is directed at me. This is part of the problem, that a lot of times we don't know who these emails are directed to. Like, are we getting someone else's mail? We really don't know. Is there a man out there named Johnson Bumoon who is missing this email, I guess is what I'm concerned about. And he basically says, how do you catch an ostrich? And
ostrich, actually. Ostrich. That's what it is, ostrich.
Ostrich. But here's the thing, JR. The spelling of ostrich is the closest thing. He came the closest to spelling ostrich as he did anything else. He messed up the word how, do, you. He did spell catch correctly, and then ostrich. He came very close to ostrich. I will give Leonard credit for that. Listen, the only way that we know how to catch an ostrich, Leonard, is by using an obscure ostrich catching apparatus. That's the only way that we know how to do it. Now, we don't know what those apparati are, but that's all we know. That's the only way to catch them, is to use an obscure ostrich catching apparatus.
Agreed. Leonard, JR, and John player, not Johnson Bumoon, whoever that is. And this one, San Minai, Sanmny, San Minai, or whatever it is. Grab a lean, heels at me, gracios.
This is one that I can't even decipher this. I don't even know. Like, first of all, that's not even a coherent name. That's not a name. So I'm gonna guess they meant to put Sammy, and I don't know who Sammy is. I have no idea who that is. Grab a lean, hills at me, gracios. That's another language altogether. I don't know what that is. That's like, I think that's like a secret code. We have to have like a decoder ring for that, JR. We need to like have some kind of sheet of paper where the letters mean something else, and we have to like decipher that. I don't have the decoder ring. Maybe we should come up with a Bossman Show decoder ring for these scenarios. I don't have it. So that one, listen, man, you're on your own there, brother.
I don't get the. What is your take on today's emails and emails to our show in general?
I just think it's important that we did this so that the listeners know what comes in, and I'm going to play it out for you. Like, JR and I are in contact, very, very frequently via text message, via phone call when we're off the air. We're friends off the show. We talk about a lot of different stuff, and sometimes I lay my head down at night, and 10:30, 11 o'clock rolls around, I get an alert. Text message. I open up the text message. It says listener email, and then it's copy and pasted what the listener email is, and I'm like, oh Lord! As soon as I see listener email, I'm like, dude, I'll hit that up in the morning. I don't want to read it before I go to bed, because who knows? I don't even know what it is, man. And there's so many of them that are like Sammy or Samney, whatever the hell that dude's name was, that you can't even you can't even decipher it. You don't even know what the hell they're trying to say. Some of them, when somebody calls me J.P. Wepler, okay, you can kind of, figure out who they're talking about, or Ray R. Okay, we can figure that out, but when you're calling somebody, Jimmy Bamune or whatever the hell he called us, I don't even know, like, who you're calling Coach Trapper Keeper Williams or something. I don't even know, like, what? Who is that? They called Denny. What do they call Denny? Refrigerator Jenkins or something?
Exactly. Like, what is that?
Yeah. So they're fun. I mean, they're fun to get that stuff. It's fun, and we do get a lot of serious emails. We do get people with genuine questions, and we're having fun with it. But the amount of just off the wall, undecipherable emails that we get is staggering, JR. It is staggering.
Exactly. And I want to reset a Boss Report story from a few weeks ago. My man, J.D. Beckler here, hit us with a great take about our man 5 for 1, JC throwing it to JC. And he made my man correct, because on Facebook, just yesterday, this is what our man, J.C. Smith, said on Facebook. He said, and I quote, all right, I'm going to do it in his voice. I'll nominate myself for Member of the Week. I'll be buying myself a free round of 5 for 1 drinks, LOL, Mud Shots Cordova, Karaoke Friday for you, Mud Shots Memphis, 5 for 1, J.C. Smith. And as John said, that is my man J.C. throwing it to J.C.
Yeah, man. I think that if I remember correctly, you mentioned to me off the air that he was kind of like, oh man, like, calling me out. Like, Beckler was like, what's up with that? Like, why is he putting me on Front Street like that? And then I was like, listen, I mean, the shoe fits, right? And then it turns out that the next week he laid the little blurb out there on social media, and that was so JC, hilarious, man. Our man, we poke fun at him a lot during the Boss Report and stuff because he's our boy, and he's got a great sense of humor about it, so we can do it. But man, he is genuine, broke the mold. Ain't nobody else like JC out there. I'll tell you that right now.
Straight up. I was with him this weekend in Memphis. Had a blast with my man J.C. Smith at Mud Shots Cordova. I even co-hosted with my man with a busted voice. He didn't care. He said, boss, you got to host with me, boss. 5 for 1, boss, yeah. My man, boss in the house. So, yes, hosted Mud Shots with my man 5 for 1, J.C. Smith. So, folks, those are your emails. Coming up after the break, it's the Boss Report. Get ready for that. Emails from the Boss Report. You get 2 for 1 today. 2 for 1, baby. After the break, the Boss Report.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip hop fans, I got a great album for you.
that they be having from Family Grind ENT, True Speech, and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
Hello, college basketball fans. This is Donnie Tyndall, former head basketball coach, and we're getting ready to have a top 3 with Tyndall, with JR the Bossman and John, myself, as we analyze the college basketball season team by team, break down stats and facts, and give you all the basketball scoop across the country on a weekly basis. We hope you'll join us and look forward to talking hoops with you on the Bossman Show.
How you doing?
Hey, good.
Good to talk to you again. How are you? Everything going good?
Doing great, yeah. Just got the show.
Okay, cool. Are you in a good spot to do the interview? Do you need a few more minutes?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I'm going to shoot you where they are, and then you guys talk, the audio dialed in, and then we'll be off and running, okay?
Okay, great.
All right, JR, goes on.
Thanks, John. Hey, Bob, how things with you, man?
Good. Very good.
Yes, indeed. Hey, I loved the call last night. I loved the guys to come out there and get that win. People thought we wasn't going to be good this year, but I tell people, we're going to surprise people. But it's coaching. We'll be all right.
He's a great coach. He really is.
You got that right. John, ready to go, brother?
Yep, audio is looking good on my end, so unless you guys have any issues to bring up, we're good to go.
Thanks, brother. All right, folks, we're back in the JR the Boss Man show. Talk to Rashard Matthews, John Sardineski, and let me through our TV play-out announcer, a great guy, the one and only Bob Redford on the show. Bob, good to have you back on the show, man. How's it right now?
Great to be back. Appreciate that.
You got that right, man. I tell you what, Bob, I got to ask you, man, how's your off-season, man? We know about the few months off. How's your off-season this year? Did you do anything fun you want to show the listeners out there? I know it's a rough time with a guy like you can't call Hawks basketball every day.
Well, I mean, there are worse ways to make a living, that's for sure. Had a good summer. You know, we do the Atlanta Dream game in the summertime on Fox Sports Southeast. So kept me busy. You know, kept me in the gym. Happy about that.
Gotta believe that, man. I love your calls, man. You're a great dude, man. You all keep us all days, all the time, man. Let me ask you this, man. Now, a lot of people, I told you off there, a lot of people saying the Hawks won't be that good this year. The Hawks are going to be rebuilding retooling. But the injury, the Hayward injury, Bob, you feel like the Hawks have a chance still to be a 5 to 8 seed with Coach Bud's coaching, the young guys growing, they're still taking a bigger role as a leader. The Hawks will be okay, still make playoffs once more this year.
Well, it's going to be a long slog. There's no doubt about that. So much scoring and so much rebounding. But I think the one thing we got in our favor is we got young, hungry guys who want to go out and compete, as they showed in the opening game at Dallas. And we got a coaching staff that knows what they're doing, and they can really maximize what they've got in terms of their talent. I think Bud is proving again that he's an amazing coach. And I think the thing I like is that he took a look at the roster and said, okay, we've got to change the way that we're playing. And he spread the floor. He got 5 wide. It creates a lot of space, and that is right up Dennis's alley. It gives him a chance to, set things up for himself and his teammates. They shoot just good enough. They get to the line enough to make it work. And, it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to kid anybody. It's not like we're one of the elite teams in the East. But I think we are pretty good, and I think we got a chance to, do some damage. And we'll see where the chips fall come the end of the year. But I like the spirit. The guys are good. They're young. They're hungry. They will prove themselves in the NBA.
Now, when you look at the Hawks off-season acquisitions, who are some of the guys you feel are in and help the Hawks win in seasons? You mentioned just now it's going to be kind of a tougher fight for them this season. So who are the guys you think are helping if they were going to bring in the off-season?
Well, I think the big thing is our number one pick, John Collins from Wake Forest, getting his feet wet, learning, developing his body, developing his game. He's got an outside shot. He's got to get bigger and stronger. But he's got a lot of energy. He can move. He's a jackrabbit around the basket. I like what I see. I think he's got great potential. I'm not quite sure where his ceiling is. Not that it matters. We'll figure that out down the road. But I really like what I see. I think the guy's got a chance to be, certainly a rotational player in the NBA. That's a great building block. We're getting more from Taurean Prince and more from guys like DeAndre Bembry. We talked about Dennis. These are the guys, the young guys going forward next 2 years that are going to be around. And these are the guys that you want to, take a look at, let them develop, and see what you got. Because this kind of a year is all about, if we could do all that and win the process, then that's a win-win situation for sure.
So I just want to kind of drill down a little bit. When you look at, you mentioned in the opening answer to JR, they're not going to be one of the top tier teams in the league, but there is somewhat of a drop-off, behind teams like the Cavs. And do you think that this team could potentially exceed expectations and kind of fill that void and maybe get somewhere into the 5-6 seed of the playoffs?
Well, I don't know. I think I'd like to see how it all shakes out. I think they're very good teams, despite the fact that it gets lampooned all the time. But I think the Eastern Conference is pretty competitive. I think you got teams like Cleveland, Boston, Toronto, Washington, Milwaukee, Miami. I think these are outstanding clubs. I mentioned Washington, I meant to. But I think these are all quality teams. So for us to crack that top 5 or 6, it's going to take a lot. But to make a run at it and stay competitive, I think is going to be a goal out there for this ball club. I don't know yet how good we can be. I think it's a little early for that. We're all still trying to learn one another, figure out who fits where and how much playing time they should get and all that. So I think we're off to a good start in that regard. But it's 82 games is a long season, and we'll find out. But I like our potential. I'm not gonna kid you.
We got Bob Rouse for him, the Bossman Show. You can hear him on Fox Sports Southeast. Covering out all the Lucas. Every night you see a Hawks game, you're going to see it on Fox Sports Southeast. Now, Bob, with Paul Millsap and Dwight Howard moving on, that leaves the boy leadership-wise with the shooter accepts now. And from what seeing is him in training camp and in the preseason, how's he adjusting to being a leader team and face the franchise going forward? But he's been on this for a long time, along with Bays, to lead these young guys, show them how Bud's way, playing the Hawk way, to get them in that system that Bud wants to play every night.
Well, I think that's a huge key. I think that guys that have been around know Bud, know the system. Each one teach one. They've got to explain to these young guys what's expected and how this works. But we've got some veterans that their first time to be exposed. Guys like Bellinelli and Babbitt, people like that, Dittman, they're learning the system too. So, I hate to say it's an extended training camp. I don't mean it to sound like that, but it's going to take 20 games or so for us to get used to one another. The one thing to have in your favor when you're a veteran team that's been together for a while is that you can hit the ground running. Like Golden State, Cleveland, they've got all this behind them, so they can just pick up where they left off. But teams like Atlanta, we've got to put this chemistry together, and we've got to learn this. It takes about 20 games to figure out just where you are.
Bob, do you feel like this road trip off the year, 5 games on the road, helped it and getting there with the practice between all days to kind of help grow the system, get each other gelling one another? I know Marco played in his family a little bit, and Dwayne did not for Bud particularly. They're having these days off here in Charlotte, having days off on this trip would help these guys gel even more, become one, and help them on the court as well eventually to give them that bond to play good on each night.
Well, it's tough. I kid you. By the time we get to Miami Monday night, we're going to be dragged. There's no question. This is a first time in the history of a franchise that we've been asked to do something like this and play 5 straight road games to start a season. That would be tough on Goldie, much less Atlanta. So it's going to be taxing, challenging. We are playing some teams we beat. Dallas is one of them, and we took care of that last night. Charlotte's another. They got 2 starters out. Brooklyn lost Jeremy Lin last night. So, we got some clubs that we can beat. And if we can come home with 2-3 wins, man, I think that would be fantastic. Chicago next week's another team that we can handle if we play well. So, the good news is it's winnable games. The bad news is that you're just starting the year with so many road games. That's different. We'd be home because you don't have a chance to really practice that much when you're on the road. We didn't have a chance to practice today before we flew to Charlotte. Put some film work, float around tomorrow, and then we go again, and then travel after the game. So it's a little rough on the road, but so far so good.
How do you about the reason for the road transformation and renovation to Phillips Arena? So for those outside of our listening area in Atlanta, and to those within it who may not be aware of what's going on, can you share with our listeners a little bit of what to expect when they come back?
Sure. Well, we've got some exciting things to share. The new Courtside Club is going to be open. That's the one in the zone. Most of this new stuff, with Killer Mike and Top Golf, et cetera, is going to come online next year when the transformation is complete. But you'll see a different looking Phillips Arena. You'll see the suite side gone for the most part. It'll be just 2 levels of suites when you get in. The 200 level is basically gone. There are new food choices. There are, a lot of new things that are coming up. But in terms of the way the arena looks, you really won't see it until next year. They'll be working through this season, and then we shut down again when the Hawks are done, and then they go till the end of October next year, or middle of October, I should say, when we reopen it for sure. So I think that's what we've got to look forward to. It's going to be exciting. There's a lot coming on. This play went on. Guys, it's going to be an absolute showcase, and can't wait for it to all come together for us.
I'm George Plaster at the Titans game in Nashville Monday night. And he told me to ask you about the night that you all were trying to solve the world's problems and then get off that night. He was telling me a story. So if you could, Bob, tell us your good George Plaster story. He's running the show. What's a good story about George Plaster, man, you can share on that?
Well, the statute of limitations has not run out yet. So any stories I share about Lester, there could be some significant legal consequences. So I'm going to have to pass on that one, and we'll just wait for the appropriate time when we can share some of those stories.
Yeah, because George is true. He's true. I love Anderson, man. He always cracks me up when he's telling me these different stories. He tells me about what he's seen over his career in radio. I'm like, when I get to be like you when I grow up, I want to be like you.
Listen, when you better not start telling stories about me when that happens.
I'm with you.
I take the Rick Pitino defense. I know nothing.
There you go. Well, Bob, I want to talk to you about the TV partner, Dominique Wilkins. What's it like to work with? What's it like to work with him every night and have Hall of Famer and have that knowledge base sitting there and relationship? How is that like behind the scenes?
Well, we've been together this year, and we've been together all this time. And I got to tell you guys, my back is killing me from having to carry him all these years. You know, his mother only had to carry him 9 months, and
you got to do 9 years.
So no, he's. You know, it's funny. Not a lot of people know this story, but we have been together really since he was in high school. I broadcast his game in high school, and then I broadcast Nick in college, and then I NIT game at Georgia, and then I cast him in the NBA at the tail end of his career. And you know, it's just amazing. We're sitting side by side. He's a great little rock star. Couldn't be more accommodating to me and to a lot of people. Signs every autograph, takes every picture. He's just a wonderful human being, and I'm glad that he is respected and revered. He deserves it. I mean, he has meant so much to so many, and to have that statue out front, I know means the world to him. He's a terrific guy. I just love him to death, and I'm glad that we're together.
And final one for you, Bob, is this, because we're interested in getting behind the scenes from our own background. Now, I come to the games, I kind of know what goes on, but can you share listeners, like, what's your game day routine to get ready for a Hawks game at home way? So what's the process to get ready to come on TV on Fox Sports Southeast and give us fans what we want to hear about our Hawks every night for the listeners and the Oils?
Right. Well, it's a fair process. The best way that I can explain it to fans is, if you remember high school and college, it's like studying for a final exam. And if you remember those days and remember what it took to get ready, it's about what it takes to get ready for broadcast. We've got to go through all the notes and stats and stories, clippings, video, scouting reports, and condense it all into a 2.5, 3 hour TV show. And it's not just me; it's our producer, our director, Gary Lehman, our graphics people that come in, and these are the folks that have to, just sit down and figure out how are we going to present, tomorrow night our little game. And we've got a bunch of stuff on Dennis and Bays, et cetera, that we'll start to roll in and talk about. But the game sort of dictates the way it goes. But that said, we have to prepare for every eventuality. And that can be a little taxing, especially when you're on a back-to-back. You don't have a lot of time, but it's a labor of love. But it probably takes me somewhere between 6 and 8 hours to get everything ready for the broadcast.
Oh, Bob, I mean, I see you pregame. You're very happy. You move with your coffee. Man, I'm just so amazed at how you guys do it. Because I know radio is just, me and John can come in 2 hours, get ready for a radio show, but 6 hours just to get ready for one game. Imagine the details you have in your stats and information. You might not even use it, but if you may use it in a blowout, just only imagine how it goes to get the Fox Sports Southeast right there.
Yeah, it's, we owe it to our fans to just knock it out of the park for them best we can every night. And it just takes a lot of prep time. It's so popular, it's so big. And we got a lot of whistles and bells at our disposal. The video that the league provides is just tremendous. And I think that those pictures that we produce every night are just outstanding. But it takes time to put all that together. We got a lot of talented folks, and they love doing it. They love the NBA. And it's fun to get ready. It's fun to see what we could do each night with a sort of a blank canvas and kind of go from there.
Yes, indeed. Well, Bob, it's time tonight. Me and John, we're big fans of yours. I love seeing you at the arena. We look forward to seeing you. We'll have you on again real soon, man. You've been great.
Well, thanks, guys. We can't wait to get home, see all our friends at Phyllis. It's been too long out here on the road already.
Yes, indeed. October 27th, Hawks turn against the Milwaukee Bucks. Come out there and see Bob down when he wave and say her on the Bossman show, so he'll know you.
That's right, man. We'll see you downtown.
Get it, D. Well, Bob, thank you, Bob. We'll see you real soon,
okay,
man.
Guys. Appreciate it.
All right, it's Bob Elton here on the Bossman show.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, Blueberry, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is simple. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.